Stone Age. During the last 2 million years, Earth has experienced long periods of cold climate known as Ice Age. During this period, average temperatures around the world dropped drastically. The middle latitudes near the equator remained warm, while the temperatures at higher latitudes dropped, forming massive glaciers and ice sheets in the northern and southern regions of Earth. This temperature difference forced a change on early hominids, either to adapt to the new environment, to migrate, or to perish. Ice Age spawned the development of early humans and the discovery and mastery of fire. Then arrived what we know as the Stone Age, which is a prehistoric cultural stage in human development that is characterized by the creation and use of stone tools. Predominant use of stone as the material used for tools was done during the Stone Age. The Stone Age has a broad historic journey which began around 2 to 2.5 million years ago. It gets further divided into 3 ages: Old Stone Age, Middle Stone Age, and New Stone Age. The Old Stone Age is also known as the Paleolithic period, which started around 2.5 million years ago and went all the way till 9000 BC. It is characterized by the development of early human culture. Throughout the Paleolithic period, man obtained food by hunting animals and gathering plants. He also started living in groups. The Paleolithic period was characterized by the use of knapped stone tools known as choppers. Humans also used wooden and bone tools during this period. The Paleolithic period is itself divided into 3 categories. The first category is the Lower Paleolithic period, which came around 2.5 million years and existed until 200,000 years ago. During this period, hominine ancestors, Australopithecus, Homo habilis, Homo erectus, and Homo ergaster roamed most of the earth and began making the first stone tools. Stone tools were made by chipping the stone to form a cutting edge. The oldest recognizable tools made by Australopithecus were simple stone choppers. During the same period, Homo erectus made hand axes, which were also known as Acheuleans. In the same period, Homo ergaster started collecting exotic stones for aesthetic purposes. The second era from the Paleolithic period is the Middle Paleolithic era, which spanned from 200,000 to 45,000 years ago. This era includes the evolution of the Neanderthal man and his culture. The Neanderthal man dominantly hunted prehistoric mammals such as the woolly mammoth during his time. He was also the first man to start using fire. The Neanderthal man thus continued hunting and gathering food during this era. The Neanderthal man used furs and skins of animals as body coverings. He was the first man who followed certain rituals. The Neanderthal man used sophisticated stone tools named Mostin and Aterian that were in use during this period. These tools were more developed than the Acheulean. The last era from the Paleolithic period is the Upper Paleolithic era, which spanned from 45,000 to 10,000 years ago. Declination of the Neanderthal man and evolution of modern humans such as the Cro-Magnon took place during this time. During the Upper Paleolithic period, the modern human began to produce artwork such as cave paintings, rock art, and jewelry. Modern humans also practiced communal hunting and fishing. During the Upper Paleolithic era, the first man-made shelters were built, and humans also started using sewn clothes. Stone tools made in the Upper Paleolithic era had a great variety and included flint, obsidian blades, and projectile points. These tools were in a typical blade shape. The Old Stone Age lasted until 10,000 years, and then the Middle Stone Age began. It was the period in human development between the end of Paleolithic period and the beginning of the Neolithic period, which began with the end of the last glacial period over 10,000 years ago. During the Middle Stone Age, man started living in permanent communities located on the coast and learnt not only to hunt and fish in groups, but also to domesticate plants and animals. During the Middle Stone Age, also known as the Mesolithic period, stone tools were made from microliths, which are tiny chips of stones. Variety of tools such as harpoons, arrows, and fishhooks were created by the Mesolithic man. The Mesolithic man also constructed boats and canoes and built wooden tracks to cross wetlands. Mesolithic art included painted pebbles, ground stone beads, pierced shells, and teeth. Cro-Magnon also started pottery during the late Mesolithic period. The Mesolithic man followed a burial system. Collective burial places were constructed of large stone blocks. At the end of the Mesolithic period, the Neolithic period started its journey. It lasted for 8,000 years until around 5,000 years ago. This period was characterized the stage of cultural evolution and technological development. The Neolithic period showed the advent of agriculture on a large scale. Man during this period started living in settled villages based on the cultivation of cereals that included wheat, barley, and millet. Man also started raising of cattle, sheep, goats, and pigs. Man continued to make tools and weapons such as scythes from flint. Scythes were required for harvesting grains. Stones used for making tools were better polished to provide a distinctive look. The end of the Neolithic period, as well as that of the Stone Age, is marked by the rise of urban civilization and the advent of metal tools. The Stone Age includes human development up to the point which one might describe as the beginning of civilization, such as Inca and Aztec. Stone Age lasted for a certain amount of time, but human development continued.